Good morning to all. Today we are going to start our new chapter, and that is our second chapter, Food Through the Digestive Tract. Okay, so in this chapter, you are going to study in detail about the digestion. What is happening? I think you have heard about this term, what is digestion, in your smaller classes, but didn't study it about in detail how digestion is occurring. What are the processes occurring inside our body? Is it? You all are hearing in your daily life, you should eat this, or your parents may be telling why you are avoiding such vegetables, or why you are avoiding milk, or likewise you will be hearing so many things. If you are not eating anything, you will not get energy. Like there's so many advices you will be hearing in your daily life. Is it? Day-to-day life. And there are most people, you are all are will be having so many likes and dislikes about the food items. So many people there are they like to eat junk food, and they don't like homely made food, and they don't like some vegetables. They won't be liking, some people won't like egg. Likewise, there are so many people with so many dislikes and likes. But the most thing you have to remember in your life, while choosing a food item or while eating the food item, we should think that we are not eating the food just for to get to know about the taste, or not to just fill our stomach. We are eating the food in order to get the what you have studied in your smaller classes. For what purpose you are eating food? You are eating the food to get energy. If you are getting energy only, you can do your daily lives activities, daily life activities. Is it? You may be thinking just walking or doing any work is just our life activities. No, for our development, even our development of our brain, we need the energy is needed. So a large amount of energy we are using in our daily life activities. But this energy you are consuming through the food, we are getting through the food, the energy you are getting through the food, you should use it for the work or daily activities, or you should work hard. Otherwise, what will be happening? If the amount of food you are eating is excess and the work you are doing is less, you will be a diseased condition. You will get a diseased condition. Is it? But at the same time, the reverse also happen. If the amount of work you are doing is more and the amount of food you are taking is less, that time also what will happen? Your body will be too weaker, and you can't even you will reach in a memory loss, even reach in a verge of memory loss. So last year you have studied about a disease, anemia. How it is coming? Anemia is coming because of the what? Iron deficiency. Is it? How iron deficiency can be maintained? You should eat iron rich, iron content food. Is it? So likewise, so many things are related to this food items. So one thing you should keep in your mind, you should have a balanced diet. So for a balanced diet, you should eat vegetables, meat, egg, everything in a balanced manner. Is it? So everything should be included in your food items. So if you are a pure vegetarian, and instead of meat, and the nutrients that is provided getting from the meat should be maintained through the vegetables, that is getting the same nutrient content. Likewise you have to do. So you should not avoid anything and any food items as your like or dislike. You should think, in order to get energy to do your life activities, in order to do your every things coming under your life or daily things, you should need energy, even for your brain development and memory. And that is main. And memory, what's needed? Energy is needed. So how this energy is formed, released? You are thinking, you only know up to this time, you only know that but we are consuming the food and we are getting energy. How this food is converted to energy? So what thing inside the food is giving us this energy? So inside the food, you may be heard before. I don't know that. And nutrients present in the food. You have studied in the earlier classes, I think. So the nutrients present in the food is providing energy for us. What are the nutrients present in the food that you can see? And how what is the what are the sources of these nutrients, what is the function of each nutrient present in our food, that we can see now in a table. Okay, so here you can see the nutrients and what is the sources, what is the function of these nutrients, all this you can see in the tabular column, is it? First one is the classification. The nutrients are classified on the basis of different functions they are providing. And that's first one is energy giving food. Energy, which is the energy give? You all know that. So you will be thinking, oh no, all the food items are giving energy, then how this is? No, all the nutrients are having different functions, and on that they are classified into different nutrients. Okay, so the first classification is energy giving food. The name of that nutrient is carbohydrates. You may be heard about this carbohydrates. And what are the sources of these carbohydrates? Rice, potato, wheat, sugar, all these are the sources of carbohydrates. So if you are including, there are so many other sources also. I'm just including the names of only some here. Okay, so the rice, potato, wheat, sugar, all these provides us which kind of nutrients? Carbohydrates. And what is the function of carbohydrate? Provides energy, is it? So the first classification on the basis of energy giving food, the first nutrient is carbohydrates, and the source of carbohydrate, from where we are getting carbohydrates, that is rice, potato, wheat, sugar. And what is its function? It provides energy for our activities. So you will be having a question, why we are eating rice every day? We are eating rice 2-3 times in a day, or for lunch we are eating rice. Maybe some of them are eating dinner. For dinner also you are consuming rice. For what purpose you are consuming rice? But it should be in a certain quantity. Eating the rice for getting carbohydrate means should not eat rice only. That is, then you know, North Indians, they are including wheat for their food. That also provide carbohydrates. So it doesn't matter we are eating rice or wheat, but the thing is we should get the carbohydrates. So the carbohydrate is the energy giving food. Okay, then next comes the next energy giving food is fats. Fats, butter, ghee, milk, cheese, all these provides the sources of, all these are the sources of fat. But fat has a main problem, that is, if it is consumed in a larger amount, and if you are not doing the work according to the consumption of the fat, your body will be bulky, and obesity that will happen. Obesity happen, and it will result to so many diseases, is it? Heart attack, then block in the heart, all these are related to the fat. All these diseases are coming related to the fat, the position of fat in the blood vessels. Okay, that you will study in detail in the next chapter. So just keep in mind that fat, if we are consuming fat, but it should be needed in a certain amount. It is needed in our body, but if we are taking it in an over consumption, more than the body, more than the amount our body needed, if you are taking the fat like that, and we are not doing the work, and not doing any work, that will result in so many diseases. So fat should be included according to the in a certain amount. Then give more energy compared to carbohydrates. So fat is providing more energy than the carbohydrates. Next classification is protective food. The protective food is vitamins and minerals. Under the vitamins, you are hearing so many vitamins and their functions. Vitamin A, B, C, like that, D, E, K, all these are the different kinds of vitamins, and you will be hearing in your daily life. And because of this vitamin deficiency, you are having such disease, or because of the vitamin deficiency, you are having night blindness. because of the vitamin A. You heard the disease night blindness because of the vitamin A. Deficiency of vitamin A results in the night blindness. Likewise, so many diseases are related to the vitamins, deficiency of vitamins and minerals. So you should take in your food, you should include the vitamin rich and mineral rich food items in your food. And the sources, what are the sources of these vitamins and minerals? Fruits and vegetables are the sources of vitamins and minerals. And what is the function? What function it is doing in our body? Required for normal growth and development. So for our growth, we all know that we are eating food for what? Getting energy. For what energy? Doing our not just our activities, but also for needed our growth of our body. If we are in a standard growth, we will not grow from, we will not grow. So according to our age, the growth should happen in our bodies. For that, what is needed? Vitamins and minerals. Not only vitamins and minerals, all nutrients should be in our body in a balanced form. So vitamins and minerals is required for the normal growth and development. Next comes the bodybuilding food. Bodybuilding food is the proteins. Proteins are known as the bodybuilding food. Which are the food items we are getting as the proteins? That is milk, egg, meat, fish, soya bean. Soya bean is the richest source of protein. So all these are the sources of protein-rich food. There are so many other sources also, but it's the common and familiar examples. And then what is the function of the protein? Helps in building and repair of the body. So helps in the growth of the body, at the same time repair of the body. What do you mean by the repair of the body? You all know that if a wound occurs in our body, the tissue in that place will be damaged. So in order to replace that damaged tissue by the new tissues, what is needed? That energy is provided by our proteins. Is it clear for you? Then the most important thing in our daily life, you are hearing it every day, you should drink 8 glass of water every day. You have heard about the importance of water more than in studies. You in your daily life, your mother will be telling, or you from outside, you will be hearing that you should drink water, drink water. That is the water. And next comes the water. Water is you are drinking the water itself. Then from the fruits and vegetables rich in water, you are getting the water content. Then helps in digestion. Water helps in the digestion. Then comes the fibers. That fibers is comes under the roughage, nutrient roughage. That is you are getting from the green leafy vegetables, cucumber, salads. You are consuming salad now. That salads consist of the roughage. This roughage, in order to get rid of the undigested food from our stomach. Is it clear for you? These are the nutrients. So I think it's clear for you which are the nutrients present in our food items, and for what we are consuming these nutrients, and which are the sources we are getting this nutrients from, by consuming which all food items you will get the nutrients. All this you have heard, you have seen in that tabular column. Next, now we have gone through digestion. We have hearing this word in many parts of this chapter. And so what is digestion, or what are the parts of the digestive system? So that we are going to see now. What are the parts of the digestive system? See, in the digestive system, first comes the mouth mouth. It is the through this mouth we are taking the food or consuming the food. And from the mouth it is moving through the pharynx. Pharynx means throat. Pharynx is also known as the throat. And from the pharynx it is moving through the esophagus. Esophagus is also known as the food pipe. You can see a O in front of that spelling, but O is silent. You should pronounce it as esophagus. So through the esophagus the food is going, and the esophagus is also known as what? Food pipe. Okay, and through that food pipe the food is moving, and that food reaches the stomach. You can see the stomach there. And after the food from the stomach, digestion in the stomach, the food is moving to the small intestine. After the movement of the food or digestion of the food in the small intestine, it is moving to the large intestine. And then the waste is removed through the rectum or anus. And in the sides, you can see liver, gallbladder, then pancreas. Liver secrete bile for digesting the fat, and this bile secreted by the liver is stored in the gallbladder. And the pancreas also secrete so many digestive juices, and so many digestive juices and enzymes are needed for the digestion of the food we are taking. Then, so I think you have understood what are the parts of the digestive system. Once more, I will repeat it for you. The parts of the digestive system, it starts from the mouth, and through the mouth we are consuming the food, and that food is going through the, it is reaching the pharynx, and through the pharynx it is going through the food pipe or esophagus. From there it is reaching the stomach, from the stomach to the small intestine, and then from the small intestine it is going to the large intestine, and from the large intestine it is the waste is eliminated. The final absorption of nutrients is taking place in the large intestine. That all you will study, and the next portions you will study how it is occurring in each part, or how the digestion is occurring in each part you will study in the next portions. Is it clear for you? So the food from the small intestine will move to the large intestine. The final absorption of the water and the needed nutrients will be occurring in the large intestine. After the final absorption, it will be moving to the waste. It will be removed through the rectum. It will be moving to the rectum, and from the rectum through the anus, it is given outside. The waste is given outside. Is it clear for you? So those are the parts of the digestive system, and you should study the parts of the digestive system in the correct order itself. Is it clear for you? And that is started from the mouth, then pharynx, and then comes the esophagus. So mouth, esophagus, stomach, then small intestine, large intestine, anus. Is it clear for you? In short, in between comes the pharynx. Other things will be coming. In short, if you are studying, you should study in the correct order itself. Is it clear for you? So we have told that the digestion is first starting from the mouth, and we are taking the food through the mouth now. So the food we are eating through the mouth, it is undergoing so many changes inside our mouth. It is getting mixed with the saliva, and with the help of our different types of our teeth. What is happening? We are chewing the food. So we can just go through which are the different types of teeth in our mouth that helps us to chew the food or tear the food. So in our human mouth, for our humans, there are two sets of teeth. First set is primary or the milk teeth or the baby teeth. After that, the second set of the teeth comes in between the age of 6 to 8 years. We are having the second set of teeth, that is permanent teeth or the adult teeth. And then, like that, there are two sets of teeth in our body. Okay, teeth in our mouth. So first set is the primary teeth or the milk teeth or the baby teeth, that is in our small ages. And from the age of 6 to 8 years, our milk teeth will be fall out, and our permanent teeth start coming from the age to 6 to 8 years. And between this age, our teeth start coming, and our adult teeth start coming, and it is the permanent teeth. And this adult teeth, number of adult teeth is finally when we are getting the maturity, before getting the maturity, our all milk teeth will be gone, and it will be replaced by our permanent teeth or the adult teeth. And there are 4 different kinds of teeth present in our mouth, and the number of adult teeth is 32 in number. And it is present in our mouth of 4 different types, and these 4 different types of teeth in our mouth is incisor, canine, premolar, and molar. So in the front, you can see the front teeth, that is the incisor, and it is used to bite. If you are getting a thing, if you are biting, you are using the front teeth for biting it now. That front teeth is the incisor. And the next to the incisor, it is coming the canine. For tearing an item, you are using the canine. Then comes the premolars. The premolars and molar. After the premolar comes the molar. And the premolar and molar comes helps in chewing the food. So You have seen the 4 different types of teeth. So the teeth that is present in the front part is called as the incisor, and next to the incisor comes the canine. Incisor is used for if you are getting a sweet or something, if you are biting, you are using the front teeth for biting that. That is the function of the incisor. Then comes the canine. If you are tearing something, you are using next comes the incisor is the canine. You are using the canine for tearing the things. Then comes the molar, premolar and molar. The function of this premolar and molar is chewing the food. So with the help of these 4 different kinds of teeth, we are chewing the food and making into a paste-like form. Now you can study about the structure of a tooth. What are the structures coming inside a tooth? We can just check out what is the structure of a tooth. And thus you can see the external part of a tooth. First comes the crown, the white color, a shiny white color appearance that is given to a teeth, that is the crown. And next comes the neck, and the last is the root of the teeth. The teeth is also having a root, not only the plants, the teeth is also having a root. So the root, in between the root and crown comes the neck of the teeth. Okay, so head part of that, just connect and study. Head part of the teeth is the crown, where we crown, from the word itself, crown, where we will be placing the crown on the head. No, so the head part of the teeth is the crown. Then comes the neck, then comes the root. So the last part is the root, the upper part is the crown. A root always will be coming where? Under. Just remember about the plants. Where the root is coming for the plants, it is the upper part? No, it's coming in the lower part, final part, is it? So remember that and study. The root is in the lower part of the tooth, then upper part of the tooth is known as the crown. In between the upper and the lower part comes the neck. Then the internal parts, just have a view about the internal parts. That is the first, the enamel. Enamel is the white colored dead tissues. This enamel is formed of dead tissue and it is white in color, and the hardest part of our body is the enamel. Then comes the dentine. Dentine is made up of living tissues, and when this any problem for the enamel, we are if our tooth having enamel, any problem for our enamel, when we are drinking the cold items or hot items, we will be feeling it as in a different manner, is it? That is because of this problem for the enamel. Then comes the dentine. Dentine is the living tissues. So if we are coming touch with the living tissues, we are experiencing the pain or something when we are consuming the food items. The living tissues, dentine is formed of the living tissues. Enamel is the dead tissues. Okay, and it is white in color. Next comes the dentine. It is formed of the living tissues and it forms the tooth. So the tooth is formed by the dentine. Then after that comes the inner part, that is the pulp. The pulp cavity, it is made up of soft connective tissues. Pulp is made up of, you have studied about the different types of tissues in your 8th standard. So you have studied about the connective tissue. With the soft connective tissues, the pulp is formed and it is seen in the pulp cavity. And this pulp consists of blood vessels, lymph duct and nerve fibers are present in the pulp. Then comes the cementum. This picture it is not shown, but the last part is the cementum. Against the part of the root, comes the cementum. Cementum is the calcium containing connective tissue that hold the tooth in the socket of the gum. So the tooth is held in the socket of the gum with the help of the cementum. Is it clear for you? So the external part of the tooth is crown, neck, root. Then the internal part of the root, when we are telling about that, first comes the enamel, then comes the dentine, pulp, then finally comes the cementum. Finally comes the cementum, and cementum is not shown in the picture. It is coming against the lower part, and the cementum consists of calcium containing connective tissue. Cementum is made up of calcium containing connective tissue, and the function of the cementum is to hold the tooth, hold the tooth in the socket of the gum. Is it clear for you? These are the parts, internal structure of the tooth. So what all things you have studied? You have studied about the different kinds of nutrients. Which are the nutrients you have gone through? That is carbohydrates, fat, then vitamins and minerals, proteins, water, roughage. All these are the nutrients that you should include in our food items. And you also studied about what are the functions of each nutrients in our day-to-day activities, and or what is the function of each nutrient in our food items. Then we have studied about the parts of our digestive system. What are the parts of our digestive system? It starts with our mouth, then pharynx, then esophagus or food pipe, then comes the stomach, then large intestine, small intestine. Small intestine, after that large intestine. Once more I will tell you: mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach. From the stomach, food will be moving to the small intestine, then to the large intestine, and then to the rectum, anus, and the waste will be removed through the anus. These are the parts of our digestive system. Then what we have studied? We have studied that the digestion is starting from the mouth with the help of our teeth or tooth. We are chewing the food. There are 4 different kinds of teeth in our mouth, and there are 2 sets of teeth in our lifetime. That is the milk teeth or baby teeth, and next is the adult teeth or the permanent teeth. And there are permanent teeth or adult teeth is 32 in number. The 4 different types of teeth is incisors, canine, molar, and premolar. These are the 4 different types of teeth, and we have studied about the structure of the tooth, crown, neck, and root. The internal parts, that is what we have studied: enamel, dentine, pulp, cementum. All these things we have studied. Hope you all understood today's portion. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through the WhatsApp, and the notes will be shared through the WhatsApp. Read the portion from your textbook. Study well. Okay, thank you.